Brought to you in part by Susan Shoup at Exclusive Realtors, servicing South Chicagoland, Northwest Suburbs, Kankakee, and Will County. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I have side skirts for the Tesla Plaid that I'm going to put on, and we'll take a look at them right now. So these pretty much come without this tape on. I put it all on here. It comes with these thin ones, and I think you're supposed to put it up here, but this stuff works really good here. So I went with the wider one that's supposed to be stronger. And it also gets screwed on, but I am going to use rivets. I'm going to use these 3/16 by half, should be good, and the Milwaukee rivet gun. So it's basically going to fit from the very front edge, just where the front wheel well is, and then it kind of hugs around the rear, and then there's this like little kick out right there. This is the exact same setup that you see on another website that really marks these things up like almost double the price. So it's the exact same part. I watched another video, and you can even see the Chinese instructions in his hand. So I was hesitant, you're always hesitant to get something off of like eBay or something, but these are exactly the same. So with that said, you could save some money with that. And I've already kind of held them up. They look pretty good and they fit really well. So we'll move on. So these are the screws it comes with, which I am going to temporarily use. So I'm going to get it in place, and I'm going to put some of these screws in to hold it in place, see if that's where I like it. And then once it is, I'm going to attach with the 3M. And then after that, I can drill the holes and put the rivets in. All right, I got the garage all straightened up, got the car in here now. One thing to get if you don't already have it is these jacking pucks. Whether you're using a floor jack or a lift, it's a good idea to have those. Okay, so what I found you can do is, like I said, there's holes in it already, right there. And you can hold this up where you want it and like start a hole, which you can kind of see it right there. There's another one, and they go all the way down the side. So now what I can do is here, I can take this over to the table, pull off all the red backing, and get the screws started just slightly, and then screw them up, and it'll pull it up, and then I can stick it in place, since I already know that it's good with the screws. All right, so now all the backing tape's off. All I have to do is put it over there and start the screws very loosely so the sticky part isn't not touching, and I can just evenly screw it up, and it will all just stick right where it needs to be. So I am going to start from the front because it's a more solid grab, because the plastic harder. All right, so I just got it in enough to hold it up, and now I can just start finding the holes. Now you have to skip one up front because you can't get to it yet because the lift arms are in the way. But I have a 90-degree drill so that I can do that after I set it on the ground. So now that I got them all in there, I'm gonna start putting them up. And we're not worried about stripping out any holes because I am putting rivets in at the end. This is just temporary. So we're going to take the screw out. We got a 3/16 drill bit. Going to ream it out a little bit. I'm not drilling the carbon at all, just the car. And then there's a rivet gun. And then you just continue on all the way to the front. Now, like I said, I had to skip this one because of this arm. But then I got these here and the very front one, but then the arm blocks this one. But now I can just set it down and do the rest on the floor. It's very easy to use a 90-degree drill for that part. For the back, I had to put these pieces of wood there because when you put the puck there, it interferes with this going all the way in. So just be mindful of that. So for this part, if you're not using one of these, which you probably won't, but you can take this little back that takes all this spent ones and take it off for more ground clearance. But really all I got to do now is do these two drill holes. Make sure you pull these pucks out. I always forget those. I do also have the suspension raised up. Just for a little more clearance. But after this rivet here, done. And that's it. So compared to the other video they have installing these, this seems way easier. I did it by myself, and I didn't need 4 guys to put it on. So you can very easily, just like I said, get it in the back. You get the back lined up, get a screw just to hold it, and just work your way forward. It's fairly simple to do it that way. But I would use rivets no matter what, because in the other videos I've seen, when they're putting it in with the screws, you can see that they're over tightening it and they're just spinning beyond where it's grabbing. It's pretty much stripping the hole. So your just best bet is to rivet these things on. It's gonna take a little longer with a hand one, a pumping one, but manual. But I would rivet these on, and they're pretty solid. So I could put the place where I got these from on eBay. There's a couple other places I think are selling the exact same ones, but they're a hell of a lot cheaper than people marking them up. I learned from the Z06 and the CTSV that there's places that just because those are what it is, and they might think that you got a lot of money, so they're just going to pay all this ridiculous price. This is a prime example. This set is almost double of what I paid for them at certain websites. So it's just for the exact same piece. So it's just people taking advantage. And I was actually surprised when I noticed that. So I don't know what else to say about that, but we're getting there with this. I got a front splitter coming, like a real one, that's going to actually be solid with the car and actually be functional instead of just one for looks. So that whenever I get it, that'll be going on. And I will have some power hood struts coming for that, so that the hood will go up electronically and close electronically, so you don't have to touch the hood. So I'll take the car outside, kind of get like a circular view of it. The car's dirty. I drive it every day, so the cleanest part's going to be that part. And I did clean the bottom with like a bunch of alcohol wipes and stuff like that before I went to attach it. But it seems alone that the rivets are holding it super tight. So, because with the screws, you're only going to get so much tension before they slip, and you can only get so tight. But with the rivets, you're actually squeezing the rivet in, and it's actually squeezing the two parts together and holding force that way with a wider back part of it, so it's actually gripping it. So that's that. So here we go from the outside view. Wondering how close. This is how it fits. There's a slight gap on both sides, right there at the top, but and there's an opening at the back, so air will go through there, or water, or whatever. I'm extremely happy with the way the car looks with those on there. The price point was real good to me, and it was a fairly simple job. I mean, it took me a little longer to do it with the video than it just doing it just regular, because I did the other side first just so I could see if the process I came up with was going to work good. Coming up, I think next week, we just didn't have time. A friend of mine had to work, so we couldn't get that CTS or the black wing in here to get the catch cam put on it, and we're putting a rear spoiler on that car. So as soon as we have time, that will be back in here. Don't know what else I could talk him into doing with that car. We'll see. He's got warranty still. But side note with this Ram, probably go over something with the towing with it, because it's excellent with the 392 swap. So Black Beauty right here. And I'll do something on this too, because I did some changes on the impeller in the back, like the ratio, and it's excellent now. It's perfect. So more to come on that. So if you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.